How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with some barley wine up at this piece in the form of KCBC. It's their Fellowship of the Bling Barleywine. Yeah. This comes courtesy of my boy Kyle. I thought I reviewed this for some reason, but I have not. I actually saw this on a shelf somewhere, and I went, I don't want to buy a 4-pack of barley wine. Even though I was very intrigued by it, and I was like, I don't want to buy a 4-pack of barley wine. I should buy it and share it and give it to the crew, the people typically send off beers to. But yeah, I didn't. But now I'm drinking it. So here we go. I'm not going to read anything about this. I don't even want to read anything about it. I just want to drink it and talk about barley wine. I'll tell you what. That is exactly how I like barley wine to look. Now, as far as age goes on this, it was canned at the beginning of December 2020. We're at the end of May. So pretty much, let's call it June 1st for the sake of conversation. You're talking about 6 months on a barley wine. I'd like it to be longer. But, nice to have a little bit of age on there. Label-wise, this shit is fucking off the hook crazy. This is like, if you take acid and drink beer, this is the kind of stuff that you see in a label, which means I kind of like it. So it's just like ridiculous. I was about to say redonkulous, and I wanted to kick myself in my own face for saying that. And looks-wise, like I said, it just looks dirty. It's doo-doo water level. What I want, sun tea doo-doo water. What else do you want? Pinky finger, kind of just hair khaki, or maybe a hair above khaki looking. God damn. Before I even drink a beer in a barley wine review, I get like barley wine drunk. I don't know how that happens, but science. But yeah, look at that, man. Good God. That's barley wine right there. It's good nose. It's nice. I think it's an English barley wine with fresh hops in it. Almost like a wet hopped English barley wine. Because they don't get this big American style barley wine off of it. There's hops present, but nothing too aggressive. There's definitely this nice kind of Kent Golding, fugly, kind of rich, kind of caramelly, figgy kind of hoppiness or maltiness to it. But there is this kind of little bit of tannic, tea-like kind of hop. So I assume it's more like a freshy English barley wine with a little bit of... I'm going to cheat now. I said I wasn't going to look at it. So Magnum Cascade... Oh, East Kent Golding. So I got one of them. And Magnum Cascade. Okay, that makes sense, though. Because the Magnum, sure, but Cascade really... It does have a subtle touch of an Americanized kind of hoppiness to it. So this is kind of a tweener barley wine. So let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, that actually is quite a bit more hoppy than I thought it would be. Granted, it's still very much English leaning, but there is this pop of kind of northwestern, kind of cascadey kind of hops to it. I like it, though. I definitely like it. Not overly sweet, but big, rich, bold. It's... I seldom look at ABV. What's the ABV on this? Let's go 12 even. 11. I was off by a point. So it has this kind of big barley wine thing, but not over the top kind of barley wine vibe to it. It does have mostly English kind of influences, leanings to it, but it definitely has that kind of American influence to it. I wouldn't call this an American barley wine. I wonder if they call it one. Barley wine style ale. This is very much like a tweener barley wine. It's not necessarily all English, but it's definitely not all American. It's somewhere floating in between, but it comes off really, really nice. Really tasty. Rich on the malty side, caramelly, gonna turn into a figgy datey, hopefully something with a bit of thyme, richer kind of sweetness. You get those old English hops, but then you get that little kind of Pacific Northwestern kind of vibes going in there that brings a little bit of American vibes to it, but not totally an American kind of barley wine. So it's a fun beer. Grand scheme of things, I'm going to sit here and tell you this needs time because, English barley wine is near and dear to my heart. That's what I want to drink. That's what I love. And I think if you gave this 5 to 10 years, it would turn into something very delicious. Let me rephrase that. It's turned into something infinitely more delicious-er, because those are words. Where it says now, it's quite fun. But it's just, it's more American than I typically like my barley wines, even though it is kind of more English at its core. So while it's tasty and fun and fine, I think it's quite tasty. You put it in a barley wine kind of Mount Rushmore status thing, it's in there. Barley English or American, it's in the conversation. You give this 5 to 10 years, this could form or more for changing into something that's a little bit closer to Mount Rushmore status. It's tasty, it's fun. It's a great barley wine. Let's put it that way. English or American, like I said, either way, it works really, really well. But that upper echelon stuff, either time or barrel, that's kind of what you need when it comes to barley wine. And this one needs a little bit of time, at least for me. That's just my 2 cents. So there you go. A little bit of review in the books. Thank you very much, Kyle. I didn't say, is it one of the better ones? Yes. Value and availability. I saw this on the shelf. You can get it. I'm assuming it's $20 for give or take for a 4-pack, which is, it's barley wine. It makes sense. And if you like what we like this, if you like American English barley wine, you want something in between, there you go. Now we're done. Thank you very much, Kyle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review down there. If you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, hopefully that's back too. I'm actually posting them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of barley wine right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.